Gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number 66. What are we talking about today? How about Amy? Technically, we're not talking about Amy as much as we are talking about something that we're doing, which is a commercial. For those of you who follow me over at Alpha M, you have already seen the commercial. You've already sort of heard the backstory, but today we're going to talk about this and the commercial that we filmed a little bit differently as it relates to what we're trying to do with Tiege Hanley. The YouTube video, if you saw that, it showed the commercial and really it was looking for feedback. And my God, it was a great, if you didn't see, anyway, I'm assuming that you saw the video where I asked for feedback about the commercial. Guys, let me know. These are not necessarily you. You guys have been much more involved and engaged in the Tiege Hanley process. But I wanted to pose the question to the masses, the people that don't have any emotional tie to Tiege Hanley like you potentially do. And so the response was ridiculous. The amount of comments, insane. The amount of feedback, fantastic. It was really actually pretty surprising. We got some negative comments, which I was expecting, and you know, they were fine. But the quality of the comments really shocked me. They were pretty spectacular and really valuable. I cannot stress enough the importance of engaging your audience. If you have a business, if you've got something you're trying to do and you've got an audience, asking for feedback is so vital and so critical to your business and your success. Because, you know, the deal is, like, we thought it was great. We saw the commercial and we thought it was really good. Christian, the guy who filmed the video and the commercial, he actually wasn't so wild about it. He was like, there's some things that I'm not really nuts about. But Rob Kelly, the chemist, and I watched it. We're like, yo, this is awesome. I got to back up. Why did we want to do a commercial? Basically, we are still in the process of testing, trying to find new markets and audiences for Tiege Hanley. Right now, we've got a great business. We've got things that are cooking. We're good. But for the most part, they're my followers. They're my subscribers. They're people that have heard about Tiege Hanley through me. What we're looking to do is try and find other pockets of consumers that we can sell the system to that aren't necessarily buying it because they trust or they believe me. And so one of the ideas that we had was, okay, well, what if we came up and developed some commercials? The one that you just saw was Amy. That was the first commercial. We are in the process of filming some more. The idea with Amy was that we wanted a girl that was pretty, not too overtly or overly sexy or sexual. We wanted her to be like the girl that you'd date, that you'd bring home to mom. The idea is that this video was designed for speaking to guys, trying to get guys to try or to go and check out Tiege Hanley. So, you know, we had a casting. We had a lot of people that submitted sort of audition tapes, and Amy just blew us away. We thought she was really great. Now, we thought she was great. Some of the other people that we got were absolutely not great. But Amy was great. She delivered the lines perfectly. She was friendly. Wait a second. For those of you who haven't seen the commercial, why don't we run that now?
Did you know the first thing a girl notices when looking at a guy is their face? We love a man who takes care of himself. But looking your best doesn't have to be hard work. The Tiege Hanley skincare system is the most uncomplicated solution for men. Go to Tiege.com and sign up for the skincare package that suits you. With Tiege Hanley, you're on your way to getting the healthy skin you deserve. Let us see the new you.
All right, so now you can see it. It's friendly, sort of sexy, cute, flirty, sort of teasing you with the bottles. We loved it. We thought it was great. Now, where are we going to show this? We want to test the dating community. We think that that could potentially be an audience. Guys that are looking for dating assistance, dating help, listening to dating coaches. pickup people, that audience. We really feel like that could be a potential audience and niche for Tiege Hanley. These guys are obviously interested in putting their best foot forward, presentable, and so if they had a picture or a video of me pop up on their ad, if we were using this Amy's ad for like pre-roll or out to the right-hand side, what are you going to click on? Are you going to click on a pretty girl, or are you going to click on a picture of me? Hold it, exactly. There's like 0 chance me, 100% chance her. And so, so this was sort of a test. We haven't actually tried it yet. We're getting ready to roll them out. And it's really just going to be a test. We're going to put some money behind showing it on pre-roll and just testing different markets. And the pickup relationship dating market is the first one. Another one that I think could potentially be good is fitness. And there are a few reasons I think fitness could be potentially a good audience. Now, whether that means this pre-roll will work for fitness, or if we need to do more like brand integrations where you know, we're getting some of the fitness YouTubers to actually talk about skincare and stuff like that. And the reason I think that fitness might be a good option is because these guys are obviously interested in taking care of themselves physically. They want to look good. And they're working out, they want to get lean, whatever it is. They want to look good. They're also spending money, a lot of them, on supplements, whether or not that's protein powder or that is, you know, vitamins, creatine, post-workout, pre-workout. And so it's not that hard or a wide of a jump to get somebody from taking care of their body to taking care of their face. And so these are 2 audiences that we want to test out. Now, we're getting ready to film another commercial where there's a little bit older of a woman that is actually speaking to other women about getting their men to try Tiege Hanley. And I personally, I'm itchy. My mic is itching me. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but we really feel like we want to try it. There are some other options and things that we're thinking about that we feel is worth it. We just feel like we need to try different things. We are at an amazing point in our business. We are figuring out where our audience is, because even though we've got a great customer base and a great audience in you and all that good stuff, and with my audience and other influencers in my space, we really don't even feel like we've tapped into our target audience. We feel like our demographic is probably older than it actually is, and our customer base is, which is A, a little bit surprising, B, not really surprising, because a lot of my subscribers, a lot of you are younger. But this is what gets me so excited. I have said it once. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I wish I started taking care of my skin years ago, in my teens. Because what you do then, if you consistently keep doing it, it is going to pay off in the long run. Now me, I started taking really good care of myself in my late 20s, early 30s. I started to see some stuff I wasn't really worried or nuts about, and so I started the process. But skincare is kind of like eating healthy. It's like working out. It's like taking vitamins. It's something that you need to just, it's almost like a religion. It's faith-based. You've got to trust that what you're doing now is going to pay off in the long run. You know, you don't necessarily see automatic like 10 years younger tomorrow, but over time with consistency, it works. And it's one of those things where, well, how do you know that you aged better than you know, you got to trust. You've got to trust that the things that you're doing, the care that you're spending on your skin now, the fact that you're eating healthy, you're getting omegas, you're staying hydrated, is actually paying off. And you are looking better now. You're going to look better next week, next month, next year. You want to try, you want to test it? Stop. You can't. Unless you have, like, seriously, like, unless, like, if you were to try and do, like, a study, you would need 2 identical twins. You would need them to basically live the exact same life. You would need them to eat the exact same things, like, exist exactly the same. But one person would use skincare, the other person would not. That test, unfortunately, I don't think can happen. Or it could, but that would be a really weird existence if you always had your twin with you. That was a weird analogy, but you get what I'm saying. Taking care of your skin now is going to pay off in the long run. And the fact that there are young dudes like you using it is making me jealous, to be honest. Because if I knew then, or at your age, what I know now at 40, things would be, I think, a little bit different. And I like to think that I take great care of myself and that I look good for my age, but if I started younger, I think it actually would be better. And it makes me pissed at myself, but hey, what are you gonna do? There wasn't YouTube back when I was your age, literally. There wasn't the internet, there weren't cell phones. That's how old I am. So what do you think of our first stab at a commercial? Do you think it's decent? Do you think it's not decent? Positive, constructive criticism, negative, constructive criticism? Please let us know, because once again, we rely on you. And you've been here for sort of the evolution and know what we're kind of about, and hearing a little bit more about what we're looking to test and try gives you probably a different perspective and context than the YouTube video. Even though I tried to do a little explaining there, you understand a bit more of what we're doing and what we're trying to do. But back to my point about asking and engaging your current customers. It is so critical that you do that. The value that you will get from listening and asking. So many entrepreneurs and businesses fail because they're scared to ask, or they get so wrapped up in what they think is right, or what they think the direction should be, or what they're trying to do, that they get tunnel vision and they only see their business and the world through what they think it should be. And this is one of the biggest disasters that happens. With small companies, you are at an incredible advantage because you can shift directions quickly. You're nimble. When you've got a big, massive corporation, like if we were a big company and we did a commercial, I mean, literally, we said commercial, Christian auditioned, filmed it, had us a finished product in like 2 weeks. It was nuts. The branding, we did the script. He helped us with the script. I mean, it was really quick. The time frame was super quick. We had an idea. It's like, hey, let's try this. We tried it almost instantaneously. In big companies, you've got so many different levels and people that need to be involved. It takes months, if not years, to do an initiative or to try something. And at that point, you're so committed. You're all in. You've pushed the chips into the center of the table. You've got to sort of go with it. But the beauty of a small business and being a small company is that you're nimble. You try something, it's like, okay, people liked it. People didn't like it. We didn't spend a ton of money on it, so let's try something else. But you got to ask. If you don't ask and you try something and it fails, you're never going to know why it failed. People aren't going to necessarily tell you, hey, I think this is a crappy commercial. I think this is a terrible direction. I don't like your branding. Your package color sucks. If you don't ask, you're not going to get that feedback. And ultimately, you're not selling it to yourself or your friends and family. You're selling it to the demographic or customer base that you're trying to. And so listen to them. But you got to ask in order to listen and get feedback. But once you get it, don't be upset when they're like, not really feeling it, because that's one of the other traps that I think we as humans fall into. We get a little bit weird when it comes to criticism. We view criticism as bad all the time, and it really isn't. If it's there, but there's a difference, right? Constructive criticism and feedback versus or not constructive. Definitely, if somebody's just like, I think you're an a-hole, right? Well, okay, great. Somebody says, I think you are coming across as this because you're doing X, Y, and Z. And if you would change this, this, and this, you would come across a lot better. See, it's very different. Same sort of thing, kinda. I think that's where I'm gonna wrap this video up, guys. Down in the comments, let us know what you think, because once again, it's about you. Next week, I think we'll sort of recap some of the feedback and sort of what you guys are saying. But also I want to talk to you about some other stuff that we're working on that we're excited about, and things are rocking and rolling. We've got a big shipment that's in development now. We've placed another huge packaging order, and we've got another order that we're getting ready to place for more product. Things are crazy. Oh, something else that's really exciting. We hired a new employee, but I think I'm going to save that and talk about that next week. Gentlemen, you rock so hard, it's ridiculous. Thank you for your help, for your feedback, for being a part of the Tiege Hanley story.